लगते हैं तुम्हारे जो ऐसे जंजीर में खड़े हैं ये कैसे मासूम खूब बहाए ये किसकी कश्मीर में खड़े हैं जिनको आजादी की तमन्ना।
बरतानिया के शहरियों का भी कश्मीर की सूरत हाल पर शदीद तशवीश का इजहार। मजीद उनका क्या कहना था, आइए देखते हैं इस रिपोर्ट में।
Hello there, I'm Philip Benyon. I'm a member of the European Parliament for the Liberal group and I deal with the urgency resolutions on international affairs. Now, I've been hearing from my friend Shafaq Mohammed, who is in Kashmir at the moment, that the Indian government has suspended the autonomy of Kashmir, which is a terrible thing, because basically it's basically like England walking into Scotland with troops and getting rid of the Scottish Parliament and arresting all the Scottish nationalists. This is just not acceptable. And I'd just like to say to the Kashmiris in Britain and in Kashmir and all over the world that our thoughts are with you, and this is exactly an issue that I would be taking to the European Parliament if we were sitting now.
And as we have seen the United States of America talking in this last week around the issue in Kashmir, we will be seeking from our own new Prime Minister some statements of intent about what is going to go on in the region. This is a problem that has a long history in Britain, and we would hope to seek some comments, some decision making, some action finally from the British Prime Minister, working with America and other partners, and certainly Pakistan and India in the region, to make sure that the human rights violations that we know have been going on in the area can be finally solved.
So I'm John Howarth MEP for South East England. Today I will be writing to the European Union High Representative for Foreign Affairs and the UK Foreign Secretary about disturbing new developments in the Indian administered state of Jammu and Kashmir. In a nutshell, the Indian government has effectively suspended the constitutional devolution provisions of the state. They've placed state leaders under house arrest, told visitors to leave, and dramatically increased Indian army deployment. These actions take the situation in a new and dangerous direction, further raising tensions between nuclear-armed regional powers. And what the region needs is de-escalation. The most significant thing that could happen now, immediately, is for international observers to be deployed and appropriately protected. If the government of India has nothing to hide, then they will agree to this. Because it's not about interfering in their internal affairs, it's about providing openness, reassurance, de-escalation and the protection of the human rights of Kashmiris.
Understand what's going on in Kashmir, you know, so we might feel like we're far away, but we're not, we're with you in spirit, you know, so most people in Nottingham don't want to see conflict around the world anywhere, you know, most people in Nottingham don't want to see anybody profiting from war at the cost of ordinary families who want to, the same as us, to fight to keep a roof over their heads, to raise their children for good education, good health care. No matter what religion you are, no matter what background you are, most people want the same things in life. And the fact that a few individuals...
Hello, I'm Hilary Benn, the Labour Member of Parliament for Leeds Central, and I want to express my profound concern at the decision of the Indian government to revoke Article 370 of the Indian Constitution, which has granted special status to Jammu and Kashmir. This is a deeply provocative decision. The place itself is in lockdown with Indian troops, the internet cut off, and it's vital that this decision is reversed. The people of Kashmir have suffered far too much for far too long, and ever since partition in 1947, all the people of Kashmir have wanted is the right to determine their own future by means of self-determination. This is a deeply retrograde act, and I call on the Indian government to reverse it as soon as possible as we stand in solidarity with the people of Kashmir. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.
The decision by the Indian government to revoke Article 370 of the Indian Constitution is simply unacceptable. This is the special clause and guarantee that guarantees special status to Jammu and Kashmir. Suspending this clause is unprecedented and dangerous at a time when what we need is cool heads, calm, and a pathway to justice. India has now deployed tens of thousands of troops to what is already one of the world's most militarised zones. Just as bad, we have now had the total suspension of landlines, of mobile coverage and internet coverage. We've got now a land in lockdown, a communications blackout, which is deliberately intended to try and stop the world looking in and seeing what is going on. This strategy is without honour, it is shameful, it is dangerous, and we must now unite around the world to send a clear message to the Modi government in India. These steps, this action, this provocation must be reversed, and it must be reversed now. The fact that Parliament is in recess here in the UK is no impediment, it is no barrier to parliamentarians coming together to unite, to work on this issue and demand not just a de-escalation, not just a reversal of these terrible decisions, but a proper pathway to peace and justice for the people of this troubled region.